here I am heading out. I just discovered an awesome deal on a saltwater fish tank setup that I'm looking to purchase. Heading over there, found it on the Facebook Marketplace. Seems like it's a really good deal. So we're gonna go see and see if it's worth what they say it's worth. So we had a little hiccup. My car was dead. So I got in my car and nothing. So my brother's taking me. Kind of needed his help anyway. This is Steven. So yeah, we're heading out there right now. Be there in a few minutes. All right, guys, so I just brought everything back from the Facebook Marketplace exchange, and I'm really excited about the stuff we brought back. Here's what we got. We have a sump filtration system, a day-night light with a built-in timer, a 55-gallon tank, assorted fish tank supplies, there's fittings and all sorts of piping, a heater, and Instant Ocean, which is about 3/4 of the way full. We have a lot of stuff to go through, and I'm gonna go into each piece, show you guys exactly what you should be looking for when you're buying stuff online. So first off is the sump, and this is an awesome find. So this is a pre-built sump filter for it. It has obviously the pump, bio balls, this is the filtration part, this is the overflow that'll drain the water into this. All of this together, if you're buying it online, can cost anywhere between $150 and $300 or even more, depending on the size. So this is an awesome win for us. So the next thing we want to go through is the light, and this is awesome as well. This is a daytime, nighttime light for saltwater or freshwater. It's variable, so it can go from, fit any different type of tank, and it's got a built-in timer on it. So this is awesome. This normally costs about $220, so this was great, and it's barely used, so wonderful find. This is something that you can find really easily on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. People are trying to dump these because they're heavy, they take up a lot of space, and they don't really look good anywhere, and they shouldn't really stay in a garage. So people are looking to get rid of these. And this tank is in really great shape. And really, if you look, it's only about 1 foot deep. So this can fit up against a wall and it'll look really nice. This type of tank normally goes for about $120. You can find a used one for about $50 on any Facebook Marketplace, at least the one locally that we have here in Colorado. So this was a pretty good find. I wouldn't buy this on its own. You can find them cheaper, but since it came with everything, we got everything so cheap, it made a lot of sense. So we have a heater. This is normally $30 to $60. We have a bunch of just random supplies. There's a bunch of misfit toys in here, right? It's great, right? Like, I can use these or not use them, and it doesn't really matter. It's just extra stuff that I can use eventually. And last but not least, we have the Instant Ocean. And this is great for when you're setting up a tank for the first time. 55 gallons of salt water is gonna cost a decent amount of money, but if you have something to mix it up and get your tank running, it's great. So this is worth $60, brand new. It's about 3/4 full, so we'll save $45 for this. So I'm really excited about what we pulled today. So when I got on the Facebook Marketplace and started looking for good deals, there's a couple of things I noticed, right? There's a lot of stuff out there for a lot of money. You'll see 100-gallon tanks for over $1,000, and that's not what I was looking for. Then I saw this guy, and what he posted was, initially it was $500 for all of this stuff, and then after a few days he dropped it to $405. So I sent him a message and I said, hey, I recognize that you're trying to get rid of this fish tank, and I'm looking to get into the hobby. My budget is $250, so if you're unable to sell, let me know and I will come pick it up. And they actually told me no at first. They said, oh, that's like almost what we spent on just the lighting alone. I don't think that that's a very good deal for us. And I was like, okay, awesome. Just let me know if you want to get rid of it and we can make it work. A few days later, they texted me and they said, hey, I just talked to my significant other and we think that we want to do that just to get it off our hands. So I went and picked it up that day. And that was on Facebook Marketplace. It was local. I had to drive less than 10 minutes and got all of this awesome stuff. So when you're shopping for fish tank supplies online, there's a couple of places that you should look before going to Petco or anything like that. Number one is the Facebook Marketplace. The Facebook Marketplace is awesome. There's so many people just trying to dump stuff on there that have no idea what they're trying to sell. So, for example, all of this stuff it was sold by the significant other because they wanted it out of the garage, and so they posted it online. And you're gonna see a lot of stuff like that, where somebody's posting everything that they own that relates to saltwater or freshwater or whatever, online trying to get rid of it, and that is what Facebook Marketplace is perfect for. Other places to look that are fairly similar are things like Craigslist. I've heard of Letgo or other apps like that are just people trying to get rid of their junk, this is perfect because they really don't realize how expensive a lot of their supplies are, and they're just trying to get rid of it, and you can take advantage of it. If you're looking to get the absolute cheapest fish tank setup, everything you need, this is the best way to do it. You go online, find somebody that's selling all of their stuff, and buy it all. This costs me $250 for everything I need to get started. Besides, of course, like living rocks, some fish, and maybe living sand or plants or whatever. And that's all up to you. You can spend $12 on a clownfish, or you can spend $160 on a clownfish. To sum it all up, there's 3 things I want you to remember. Number 1, don't buy new, buy used. You're gonna have a much easier time if you're buying used, and you're gonna get a lot more bang for your buck. I will add in though, you need to be careful. Some people are gonna try and pawn off actual garbage on you, and you don't want trash equipment. So if you can and have time, carefully examine each part of what they give you. For example, with me, I was missing a piece that I'm gonna have to go and buy. It'll be cheap, it'll be less than $10, but it's still something that I wish I would have had. Number 2 is negotiate. You don't wanna take what they're putting out. For example, we talked them down $155 from their lowered price, which is awesome. We basically cut their original price in half. And that's gonna let you get into this hobby for a lot lower of a price point and spend more money on things like fish, living coral, all sorts of stuff that will be much more fun than just parts. And the third thing that you need to remember is that you need to be patient. You're not gonna be able to say, you know what, today I wanna get a saltwater fish tank, go on Facebook and find a great deal. If you sit there and kind of wait on it for a few days and look and see what the right deals are and pay attention, you're gonna find a lot better deals because people are gonna post them, you're gonna recognize what's a good deal and what's not, and you'll be able to take advantage of that. And that way you can set up your fish tank in the cheapest way possible.